Well, it looks like someone of behavior walked in, started kicking over chairs. You know what I'm saying? Breaking chalkboards. I don't know what they're doing, man. Maybe throwing a computer screen and getting after them. Because this update right here that's gonna come is gonna make us happy. Now, as far as the night changes, you know what? I don't know how I really feel about that. And I'm gonna show you guys why. Before we get into it, drop a like, man. What are you doing? Why aren't you liking the video, bro? Hit the like button, man. Let's talk about it. So right here in this picture, everything that went into the PTB, right, that doesn't get mentioned here is still going through. So the hidden prestiges, right? The longer hook states, mid-witch changes, all the perk changes with diversion and flashbang and all that, being able to get everything faster with chemical trap. All that's going to stay the same. New characters, Dracula, obviously, and Trevor Belmont. Killer change is gonna be the Doctor, the Dredge, the Nemesis, the Knight. Did you see this? Was never talked about, right? They didn't talk about it on the PTB. What I'm thinking is they just took the information from the previous PTB and brought the Super Knight back. However, is it really going to be the same or better like PTB? He's not going to be as super as his original PTB, but he's still going to be pretty good. We're going to talk about that right now. A lot of you probably already seen this, someone else's video. So as the next update approaches, we always have news to share. The blog post will cover all the gameplay changes happening between the PTB and live release. So the Dark Lord's going to get a minor update, and the increased movement speed while charging Hellfire to 2, right, was 1.48. So your movement speed while you're charging it is going to be faster. Then you decrease the Hellfire charge to 0.9 seconds, so 1/10 of a second to charge it, which is pretty good. I wonder what that puts it on par with like a Pyramid Head. What is Pyramid Head's load time? You get what I'm saying with the blades? What is that? I wonder if it's the same or if it's longer. And then adjustments to various add-ons, which is pretty good. So the Hellfire attack proved to be useful on the PTB. We fine-tuned the charge time and movement speed to improve the way it feels to use. This includes adjusting the deacceleration and reacceleration after canceling the attack to be smoother and not so sudden. Okay, I see what you're doing. It was kind of like, remember when Vecna, like when you would use something, he'd be real slow to, you know, to fix himself or whatever, to get himself back to where he needed to be. I think that's what they're talking about here with this ability. Increased movement speed in wolf form to 4.6. This is going to be a big deal because you didn't want to use the wolf, bro. He was too slow whenever you would transform in him. It was pretty much no point. Haste from Scent Orbs will increase your speed to 4.8. So he's going to be a problem in wolf form now just because of that. You probably want to stay in wolf form more than just being Dracula, bro. Unless you get really good with Hellfire, wolf form might be the main. You get what I'm trying to tell you? So I don't know. We're gonna see how that plays out, but it looks good already. Reduced cooldown of pounce attack to 20 seconds was 25. That's good. Colliding with a wall or obstacle during the first pounce will no longer end your power. Dang, son. You could probably bounce off walls now. Bro, I could fake attack, you know what I'm saying? And then come back and just chop you up. The wolf form looked to need a bit more attention for the release. We have increased the wolf's base movement speed to 4.6, the same as the vampire form. We've also reduced the pounce attack's cooldown. So the wolf did get a decent buff as far as what happened on the PTB. Now the Nemesis is gonna be a problem now, son. I feel sorry for survivors, man, because everything that's gonna change from the PTB is going to stay the same, and they added an extra buff. So increase mutation rate 3 tentacle strike range to 6.5 meters. Bro, you guys are in trouble. You guys are in trouble. Decrease successful tentacle strike cooldown to 2.25 seconds was 2.5. So a successful tentacle strike cooldown to 2.25 seconds, bro. That means you better have something, right? You better have a Volter. You better just get lost because the Nemesis is coming for you, bro. Now to get into tier 3, it's gonna be easier and it's gonna be more deadlier. Nemesis is gonna last this long because people are gonna complain about the Nemesis and then he will get nerfed. Trust me on that. This guy, take advantage while you can because it's not gonna last long. Now the Knight, this one is kind of like I don't know, man. I like it, okay? Don't get me wrong, I like it. But let's look at the very first line of this Knight update. New, each guard has a separate cooldown. The Assassin, 30 seconds. Jailer, 25 seconds. Carnifex, 20 seconds, bro. I don't know how I feel about that right there, because those are added. That's a lot of time, son. Now, obviously, we got 3 different guards at one. I mean, the chance of having them on separate cooldowns and then having to wait for all, it's probably non-existent. So we're gonna have to see how that plays out. Okay, but I still like it. I still think it's a really good that we're able to summon a guard will cause any active guard to despawn, kind of like the PTB, just not as supercharged because they added the separate cooldowns for these guards. Now, I don't remember what it was in the PTB, but it felt like there was none. For real. Like, it was just quick, bro. Hitting a patrolling guard with a basic attack will reduce their cooldown to 10 seconds. So you'll still have that cooldown, which I guess is not bad. I mean, you know what? This might cancel out the problem that this is going to bring. You get what I'm trying to tell you? So I think adding this was crucial. You know what I'm saying? This part was crucial to balance this part out, or else I think it would have been a little bit of a problem, but not really, okay? Because if you look at the dev note, spawning a different guard while another was deployed was an unintended mechanic in the previous PTB, but it turned out to be loved by many. We found having guards on separate cooldowns encouraged switching between to the right guard. I'm gonna tell you guys, man, the Knight is going to be a problem again, son. We are back, son. I mean, we were still there, but we are definitely back now. You guys are in trouble. The win streak continues. And in Human Greed, changed, reduced cooldown to 60, 45, 30 was 87, 60. On the PCB, the cooldown for closing chests was quite long, so we have reduced it significantly. So, I mean, they cut it in half. So, if you use Human Greed, shout out to you. I probably will never, ever, ever use that perk. But I'm sure there's a tome challenge where you're probably gonna have to use this. Exaltation. Remove the condition which prevented upgraded items from being kept at the end of the trial. Many people wanted to keep the items they had risked their lives to upgrade. So we'll be removing this condition in a later update. Enjoy the spoils of your hard work. So all in all, man, not bad. What I am anxious to see, right, is I am anxious to see how the Knight plays, how Nemesis plays. We already know that Dredge is going to be that guy. The Doctor is going to be a little bit more annoying for survivors. So the 4 killer changes is pretty good. The longer hook stage is going to be something a little bit different. The longer hook stages, if people start to adapt to the hook stages, that means that if you were going to proxy around the hook, you could go a little bit further out now. You get what I'm trying to say? And maybe slow a generator down and then come back. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Don't look at this part right here as a negative. Yeah, it's a negative because they get to stay on a hook longer. However, survivors are going to want to leave them on the hooks, which means you could go a little bit further, control the generator, and really start to pay attention and lock in on when you hook the survivor, take them to that gen that they're working on. Try to find a hook around that and then control both of it. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Now you lock down the gen, and now you can maybe go distance, right? In a distance to lock down another gen with the hook nearby. That's how I play. I don't know about you guys. You guys have been paying attention to my gameplays. We do everything we can to win. As far as the balances and changes, it looks like both sides got some pretty good upgrades, buffs. So the 4 killers and then all these perks, bro. The flashbang is going to be a problem for a while. I recommend you using Lightborn just for a few games because it's going to be hell. Okay, you're gonna face hell. The bullet squads are going to come out to play with the new flashbangs and stuff like that. So just understand that's coming. There's no way we're escaping that. But all around, good update. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll tell you guys on the next one, man. Peace.